Good morning, Paul Georgie from Allendale. It's July 15th, 2010. Well, we've got macro buying in the commodity markets again this morning. Grain markets higher here across the board. We've got livestock markets higher. You've got the dollar weaker. We've got crude oil higher. Stock markets a little higher. Sugar, coffee, you name it, a little bit of strength here this morning. And we got to attribute that to money flow, fund buying that is stepping into our markets right now. We've got USDA export sales out this morning. That was neutral to a bit friendly on corn. They were looking for 700 to a million tons. It came out 1.02 million tons, so a little over the high side there. 125,000 of that was sold to China. We've got soybeans at 650 to a million tons. It came out 1.2 million tons of soybeans sold, with almost half of that being sold to China. So China definitely a factor here and could provide some support here this morning. Weather conditions, however, still vacillating. Is it going to be dry? Is it going to be wet? How hot is it going to be? The forecast now is for the upper Midwest to get some rains here through the end of this week, and then turn hotter and drier. But every day that goes by, the corn market continues to be able to produce here. Ideal growing conditions for corn right now, and becomes a less chance of hurting that crop and taking bushels off of that crop. So the positive to the production side is still there. Looks like we're going to have a good crop there. But, however, overnight we got to the $4 area in December corn, which is a huge hurdle that we need to get over if we want to take this market higher. We touched it last night, or in the overnight session. Would expect that it still will provide some resistance, but with the fund buying and how heavy a fund buying we might see here, we certainly could take it through there. If we close above $4, I think is a critical juncture here today. If we can close above $4, I think then we got a good chance to take us up to that 415 to 420 area. The soybeans, not a lot of news. It's kind of following along with the corn and the wheat market. The wheat market has got some positive news. The EU said that their wheat output is going to drop 2.8% from previous forecasts. That kind of spurred some excitement here in our markets overnight. Export sales were pretty neutral there. They were looking for 300 to 500, came in at 309. So the technical action and the fund buying in the wheat is certainly supporting corn and supporting the soybeans as well. In the cattle, we've got cash markets there that were hot yesterday. Started out trading at 92, which was steady with a week ago. By late yesterday afternoon, we were hearing reports of $94 being traded in Texas, $2 higher than last week. Futures were strong. Fund buying came in yesterday. Technical stops just kept taking out moving averages and various trigger points to run this cattle market up yesterday and close sharply higher, especially in the nearby contract. The cutout values, they were down. We had choice down 48, select down 58 yesterday. So packer margins are getting tighter, but they've got to pay up for this cattle, and the heat potential coming in is also slowing down some weight gains, and that is giving these feedlots a little bit of an edge right now, a little bit of an upper hand to ask for higher prices. In the hog complex, the only way you can sum up yesterday's action, and certainly could happen here again today, is fund buying. Tremendous amount of fund buying yesterday. The moving averages were taken out, and as this market flipped around and traded above that $80 area that we've been talking about as such an important number, once we got above that and started taken out some resistance levels. It just kept growing and closed sharply higher. Cash markets were a little higher, but this morning we got cash markets steady to 50 lower. Cutout values were down 97. So the meat is struggling right now, but the funds are in charge in the livestock sector as well. We want to look at buying this market, and we would like stepping in and buying weakness here, because it seems like that's the best play at this point in time. But you've got to pick your spots, and definitely keep in contact with Allendale's research to pick your spots to get into that market. If you got any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call here at Allendale, 800-262-7538. We wish you a successful trading day. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning. Thank you.